I love you as a human being, love you as the amazing marketer that you are. Thank you so much for joining us, bro. We're gonna get started, man. We're just gonna ask you questions about that we've prepared, and we're gonna have our guys coming in and out. Dana is not gonna be here. He's dealing with the wildfires in California, and then
Oof.
Jason's here. He's in and out. He's at work right now on his W-2. And then
Okay.
also Mando should be joining us in about 10, maybe 15 minutes. He's doing Michael Manazzacanian's class tonight. But uh
Nice.
but you got the crew with you regardless, bro. So we're happy to see you.
Happy to see you guys too.
How was
Had
your new
a, had
year,
a
man?
it was good. It was good. I actually was in South Carolina with Mr. Mike over there.
Yes, sir.
Spent it with family up there and yeah, honestly I already miss it.
Yeah, a huge shout out to you once again, bro. That meetup that you put together with Austin and Birdie was incredible. If you guys haven't seen any of the photos or anything, feel free. I can send them to you. It was so cool. We were on a rooftop, and all thanks to your uncle and yourself for making that happen, bro. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was good. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be to look like that, and then he showed me, and I'm like, oh, Birdie, let's make this happen here.
It had a podcast studio. It had like a couple office
Oh
rooms. It was really
shit.
cool. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Brand new hotel here, the Moxies. Shout out to them and anybody in Charleston trying to do an event, go use them for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I guess I'll kick us off. Will, I know you have a background that wasn't really like in real estate initially. Can you like share what sparked your decision to, hop into the real estate world? For anybody who doesn't know, yeah, I do, but just give us a little bit of light on how you got here.
Yeah, definitely. So this all happened prior to right before COVID. So my parents, they bought their home. The American dream. We're from Venezuela, so American dream, buy their home. That same year, I was like, parents, I'm out because I was graduating college, so I wanted to just have my own experience. And after a couple years of essentially with payments and everything, COVID kind of like happened. And prior to that, my dad had lost his job. So he was trying to, make ends meet. My mom was kind of the provider at that point because he lost his job. Did everything he could, work with the bank, did the whole nine, put everything into credit cards to kind of like, snowballed it afterwards. So they were about to go into pre-foreclosure. And I didn't know any of this until literally like when everything was about to like explode pretty much. They were having problems between them, like their marriage. Um, and they sat us on my sister down and they're like, hey, this is what's going on. Essentially, they told us about their issues, marital issues, they told us about, their financial issues. And that was like kind of like the first time that I actually saw my parents kind of like we have nowhere to go. Like this will be it. Like if we lose the house, this is it, right? So thankfully, my sister and I were doing pretty good, and we were able to put money together, help with family and friends as well, and bring it back. Pay all the arrears, and then be like, okay, now that we have the house up to date, like let's just sell this thing, right? But it really dawned on me on the whole thing, and I'm like, what happens to people that don't have this like ability, right? Like their children or the kids don't have the ability to help them, or they just are too afraid to talk about it, right? So I went on like my put my researcher hat and went to YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and went through everything, and then I discovered Pace. Um, Originally he was talking about Gator. That's how I kind of like went into the funnel. And as a good marketer, I went and I was like, this sounds interesting. This is a good ad. I'm gonna go click on it. All of a sudden, I'm buying the thing. So not only I went through the funnel, discover everything, but I went through it, and I was like, you know what? I want to get into real estate because I don't want this to happen to me in the future. Like I don't know how to handle it, or I don't know, like anything about it, and certainly didn't want my parents to go back into that situation. So learning about it like was kind of like the main thing. Um, and yeah, that's how essentially I got into real estate in the first place.
A crazy story, bro. So All right, so you you're a product of your environment, right? Like I feel like it sounds like your parents have really instilled that like that hustler mentality to figure things out and kind of do it on your own and not really wait for somebody to come and rescue you. So I love what you do outside of all the real estate talk. Can you talk about what you do in your business and kind of what your focus is right now?
Yeah, of course. So um I have been doing advertising marketing for ecom brands. I would say started of 2015. So it's about to be about 10 years now. Actually, yeah, in March is going to be 10 years. So I've been doing that for quite a while. Majority of our market is in within the hemp space or the alternative medicine space. That's what we call it because people think, hemp and CBD. CBD was kind of like what kicked us off. And we kind of find that niche to be like really hard to deal with when it comes to advertising. So we really specialized in that. So what we do is we essentially take brands, direct brands. We don't necessarily drop ship. We take brands. We look at, we do an audit to their store. We look at what channels they need help with. And then we essentially create their entire like automation setup. So marketing automation, I mean, email automation, advertising as well. So anywhere from creating the ads to actually launching them. We know how to launch ads for that industry efficiently, and also you get like with a good return. um and we know how to troubleshoot the whole thing. So when it comes to like e-commerce, we're pretty crafty. So advertising, email marketing, we do SEO as well as some web development. Not all of it because we're not like back end type of developers. We're more front end, and we build funnels for the brands we work with.
Amazing. Yeah, I saw all the amazing things you're doing with Ann McNamara and all those absolute killers and all the movers and shakers, as Mando would say. That's amazing, dude. That's amazing. Zasky, I know you got some questions. What's up?
Oh, dude, man, I got
Fire
them
away.
written
Oh, this
down.
is the heat right now. This is where it gets this is where it gets serious.
So going back to your e-commerce, how do you
Mhm.
obtain your clients?
So most of our clients is a lot of referrals. We don't advertise that we do ads for hemp. And the reason why is because um we establish ourselves as more of like a industry um like the industry experts between like the people that are industry they're known in the industry. So, for example, our first client was called Green Roads, our biggest client, and because the relationships that we built with them, now people just come to us because of them or because we did their job right. That we work with them. So a lot of it is referral. We don't really do organic, which is a fall honestly of us just not wanting to be in front of the camera. I'm learning that now that I
I
should
can
be.
tell.
Um, so and then the third one is through just organic just outreach, straight up just outreach. So majority
So
of
have
our clientele is because of referrals.
Okay, so have you thought about, since it's something that, because I hear a lot about this e-commerce, right? And I know a few people that work on it, and they're also actually trying to expand themselves through social media and teach others to do some, similar
Mhm.
to their business, right? Is this something that you have thought of, or you just want to keep it to yourself, like, as your own clients that you're taking care of, or do you see yourself putting yourself out there to start selling the products, like the process that you actually work
Mhm.
with through e-commerce?
This is where the heat comes in. I like it. I love this question. So originally I was not the type of person that was out there. Originally in my agency, I'm not like the outgoing type. I was actually the guy in the
Mhm,
back room doing all the automations, kind of like your quote unquote typical integrator, right?
mhm,
So as I kind of like joined this community, um
mhm.
I started like understanding like, yo, I have a lot to provide. I have a lot of knowledge to provide.
Of
So
course.
I've been shifting my mindset. That's been a big shift in mindset for me, because I honestly didn't think about it in the past. I never also networked in my agency life industry. I was always, the person that, okay, this is the project. I will help the team organize everything and build it. And that has been a big shift in the last year for me. So do I see myself doing that? Yes. Now, today I do. And hence, like I'm prepping how I wanted to do it, how I like it. I'm prepping my studio, my home studio. I'm trying to make it as efficient as possible because of I still have to keep up with that business. And not
Okay.
only keeping that up, but also building this one. So yes, in
Since
short.
since when, guys, sorry, we need to like raise our hands because I don't want to like. I know you guys have questions too, and then
Just
I'm always
keep going. I love. We'll find some time whenever you take a breath. We'll hop in there. Don't you worry.
Since when you have thought about expanding this?
Not even going to lie, since probably it really dawned on me, Boston, during our Boston retreat. This
So
was
that's October, right? Wait, when was it? What,
October.
December? Was it?
October, yeah.
October, yeah.
Halloween.
During Halloween, yeah.
Shit, it's been October. Okay. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
October. Okay. And now you guys got me nervous.
No reason to be nervous.
You know
You're
what it
just with
is?
us.
Well, I feel like the witch. Like the
No.
like the mom. Like, why hasn't this been done? No, I'm just joking. I just wanted
Get
to
to the real truth. That's
I'm
all.
gonna give you an
I
advice.
like it. I like it. No, this is good. This is good.
I'm gonna give you an
Good.
advice if though you haven't asked for it. So,
Sure. Tell me.
I've been I am so anti-social media, right? It's so funny because when I have a client or anyone in front of me, I am the queen of what I do. As soon as I know there's a camera turned on, my mind just it
Shuts down.
blinds, like it shuts down. It's so crazy. I don't know how to control it. However, when I do videos, right, and they get what's it called, fixed in order for them to go into social media, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, you sound so natural, you look so good, and everything is explained the right way, and blah 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 blah. And I'll be like, if they only knew that was after video number 50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm always like, oh my God, if they only knew, if they only knew, if they only knew. One thing that I have learned though, and I'm gonna explain this to you. Why? Because I'm going through it, right? So going into this meetings, with Pace and everybody else that it's around me, that I see them doing things, right? I notice that it doesn't really matter how you do things as long as you do them, right? So you know what they say, sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But in this case, it's more like you need to get yourself out there. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I noticed on your social media that the last post you have is in May. Right? But you've been thinking about it since October. And now 4 months later, you haven't posted not one thing in social media. So, and what happens with Instagram is that even if you're not posting anything related to your face and talking on the microphone, even if you post something related to e-commerce and then you just write something at the bottom of the reel, it's gonna start creating wait, what? It's gonna start creating the what is it called? El algoritmo. I don't know how to say it in English, but you know what
Algorithm, yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Algorithm.
I know exactly what
So
you're
it's
talking
gonna start reaching to other people, and what you want to have is yourself being seen out there, because maybe tomorrow you're doing this real estate deal and someone is gonna think of you, or you're gonna do this e-commerce. And before I didn't see it.
Completely.
Now I'm like, damn, this is serious, like I started posting videos on Instagram since, I don't know, it's been like a month and a half that I've been like every day I'm posting something, either myself or I just like make a quick video of the street and write a comment, anything, right? And I've noticed it's going from like 200 views to 500 views to now 2,000 views. And you know what I'm saying? And the Instagram has grown like almost 100 new members in a month. And, and even people are texting me like, hey girl, I like what you're posting. Or, the other day, right? I'm going to give you a quick example. I meet up with this land developer. I'm looking up this land with him. And he was
I
like,
saw that video, by the way. That was a great video.
So he grabbed he was actually putting in a trespassing sign, right? And he was like, by the way, I like your sign, your video about the trespassing land. He's like, I actually came today to put the sign because I thought of you. And I was like,
wow.
really? I
Okay.
was like,
Look
oh
at that.
wow, that was nice. you know? So what I'm trying to tell you is like, don't think about it. Don't try to make it look all pretty and cute. Sometimes we make videos without even like sometimes I do it in my car, people walking down the street, just throw yourself out there, man. So, that's all I can say.
So first of all, thank you for that, because um one of my resolutions actually, and Mike knows this because I said it during our meetup, is it stop like being a perfectionist. Like that's one of my faults. I discovered that I did this thing with ChatGPT. I asked it to give me like, all my flaws and my loops and stuff, and like I gave it this crazy prompt that I found on Reddit, and he gave essentially issued out like, hey, you should stop being a perfectionist. Like essentially you have to stop being a perfectionist and just share. Now what has caused me to not post is precisely what you just said. It's like not only is like I want it to look pretty and cool, like like essentially, but in my mind it's like, do I want to be known as the e-com guy? Do I want to be known as the real estate guy? Like which where am I going, right? Because I don't want to just throw a bunch of content. At least that's what the way that I was thinking. And then like it's like I thought you were talking about real estate. Why are you talking about like hemp and e-commerce? Like what's going on here? So I don't want to confuse the algorithm for that main reason. So what I decided to do was, okay, I'm going to concentrate more on how automation and AI helps businesses, that then I can apply it to either e-commerce, real estate investors, lenders, anybody essentially. And that's kind of like what I've been like, that's the quote unquote reason, right? There's no excuse, but that's mainly the reason that I've been trying to figure it out. Like, what do I post? Where's my lane kind of thing.
But at the end of the day, if you notice, you said something, right? At the end, what you want to focus on is related to e-commerce one way, and it's going to bring real estate investors on the other, or any other type of businesses.
Right, exactly. That's what I ended up discovering, that exactly that's kind of like the center point, the centerpiece between all of them.
Yeah.
So to
All
your
I'm
point,
saying
yeah.
is, even if you don't want to relate to something in particular, but stop moving your social media, even if it's on yourself or giving advice, some type of
Very true.
like a quote, anything. All I'm saying is that,
Yeah.
if I was you, that's where I would start doing something.
That's he's telling me, just do it. Like, go for it.
Exactly. I mean, think
Yeah.
about it. What to you is more important, to have knowledge or to have a talent?
Repeat that question one more time.
What do you think is more important, to have the knowledge or to have the talent?
The talent.
There you go. So you got the knowledge, right? But if you are not making that knowledge talented enough to be out there, it's just staying here. So you have to kind of
I can
spit it
see
and throw
Mando
it out
saying,
there.
speak the truth. Yeah, that is true.
There's people with a lot of talent to communicate, but maybe they don't have the education. But you know what they say, right? There's two things in this life that we need to know. You need to know what you're good at and find someone that is good at what you're missing. So
Right.
if you already have the connection to get people's attention and there's something you don't know about, then you bring someone on board and you learn from them, or you have them be part of it. You understand what I mean? But
Yeah.
if you know it all and it's not coming out, no one knows about it, then it's,
Then he gets lost. Yeah, people don't.
pretty
Or like Jeff says, like Jeff, Pay says, don't rob me from getting to know you. So like, I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I agree.
Hi, Mando.
Hi everyone, how is everyone doing? I see.
Good.
What's up, Mando?
Welcome.
I love the big boss talk that Zaskia always brings. Like right, she just brings that big boss talk. She knows what she's doing, and she could be somewhat intimidating, also in a good way, right? It just she challenges you. So
Yeah.
what she's saying, take heed, because she knows what she's talking about. Just to be honest.
Oh my God. I feel so bad.
It's
I'm
all,
gonna
it's
go.
all
Why do you feel bad? Don't feel bad.
We all know it. You bring it. That's what you bring to the table. You bring you, right?
Thank you.
Whatever it is that Will is doing, just keep on doing it, and don't just be knowledgeable. Be a talent.
Develop it.
Yes.
Develop it.